Attention, Gunners, because this is the last minute. Arsenal is one step around closing a $52 million agreement for a star who can change the season. But Tottenham is ready to cross everything and steal the player right in front of us. Easy already said he dreams of dressing red. Have you spoke to friends at Emirates? But will we lose to the biggest rival? It is connected, because what is happening behind the scenes can now decide the fate of the Arsenal even before the ball rolls. And let's go to today's news. But first, just check it out if you are already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Arsenal, the Gunners. Activates the notification bell and select the option all. Done that, we will send everything last minute that comes out of the behind-the-scenes Arsenal. Gunners, we have a goal of likes to hit this 190 like video. In the last video, we hit the goal in less than an hour. Proof that it is root, Gunners, and leaves the like for us to hit this goal soon. Last minute fans, the Ebereki Ease case has taken a course of those who make any fan of the Gunners drop everything to keep up with every second. Crystal Palace midfielder, an old target of Arsenal, has made it clear that playing at Emirates is a personal dream, something he feels is very close to realizing. And it's not just a talk to the fans. He himself revealed to have friends at the club and even joked that Bukayo Saka encourages him to wear his shirt 10 as soon as he signs. But now the tension has increased. News comes that Tottenham may be preparing a proposal of $55 million to cross the business. And if that happens, we will have a direct and explosive dispute within London. Yesterday, reliable sources indicated that Arsenal is already preparing to offer about $52 million for the player. The detail is that the team play today the last friendly before the start of the season, and the pressure is huge to show service. The preseason, let's face it, was not the most encouraging. Performances erased against Villarreal and Tottenham, irregular performance against Newcastle, and only flashes against Milan. The fans want to see intensity, goals, and above all, clear signs that the team will get strong in the Premier League and Champions. Eze would be just the type of player to change the scenario. Creative, capable of deciding large games and opening closed defenses, he has been in the target of Arsenal for a long time. However, Tottenham's entrance to the race adds an ingredient of provocation and injured pride. The rival club has lost James Maddison for injury and has creation problems, which increases interest in stealing a priority target of Arsenal. Journalist Alasdair Gold, considered one of the most reliable in Spurs news, ensures that people inside Crystal Palace already expects a formal movement of Tottenham. In the field of comparisons, Arsenal is better prepared to fight for titles than Tottenham, but both will be at Champions League. The decision may fall on two crucial points: wages and the speed of negotiation. Although Ez preferred to wear red, a higher salary offer or faster Tottenham action can mess up the board. And let's face it, the market has shown us several times that the most desired club is not always what takes the player at the end. Right, I believe, if you trust Arsenal will win the next game. According to Fabrizio Romano, in July there was direct contact, and Ez opened the doors to join the Arsenal project, attracted by the prospect of playing at a high level. However, the termination clause that existed has already expired, and now the value will depend exclusively on the negotiation with Crystal Palace. Although it is not expected that the player force the departure, his will is clear. And, as in the case of other names they recently exchanged, the posture will be respectful to the board without creating crisis. Time, however, is not in favor of Arsenal. The season starts in a few days, and the first game is already against Manchester United in Old Trafford on a Sunday afternoon that promises strong emotions. Arteta urgently needs more offensive options, especially after the injuries of Martinelli, Havertz, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus. The lack of depth in the attack has made it clear that any hiring needs to be done now, not after. Meanwhile, Tottenham bets on behind the scenes ties. Eze is in the same group of entrepreneurs who represents much of the Spurs cast, and there are records that whenever he faces the club, he receives special treatment, such as family cabins. The Palace knows the interest, but the critical point is, does Tottenham still have the strength to compete with a rise Arsenal? The recent history is cruel to them. They have lost disputes for other targets and still face a cast limited by injury. What keeps Arsenal with the advantage is the current attractiveness, while Tottenham tries to rise up a tempora. From frustrating, the Gunners compete for titles and are in a moment of growth. But if the Arsenal continues only showing interest without formalizing the proposal, it risks seeing the door closes. And right now, there is no margin for errors, especially when it comes to a player who can turn the midfield and the offensive sector. Let's go, Arsenal. In the comments, it is believed that the title is still possible. The news gained momentum last night when a respected Twitter account dug that Ez will sign with Arsenal. There is no official confirmation, but the combination of reports from reliable journalists and internal signs indicates that something concrete can happen shortly after the Community Shield, which could be his last game by Palace. Liverpool is expected to win the match, but if the Palace surprises and Easy shine, the price may even rise a few million, although everyone already knows the player's market value. In terms of numbers, Easy impresses. Last season, 16 direct participations in goals in 34 games, and previously consistent previous campaigns. He delivers both goals and assistance, and not to mention the experience of having already raised FA Cup. It's no surprise that big clubs want it, but it's rare to find players with this level of consistency and versatility available on the market now. On the exit side, Arsenal also has important decisions. Trossard's case worries more than imagined, and it is rumored that if there is a need to make cash, Martinelli could be sold. This possibility shakes the crowd, because although it is injured and under criticism, the Brazilian is considered a key piece by many. An eventual sale would make room and money for Eze, but could also create internal tension and negative reactions among fans. Today's match against Athletic Bilbao is seen as a decisive test. The fans want to see intensity, confidence, and a clear demonstration that the team will enter the championship ready to fight. And names like Victor Gyökeres, newly hired, also need to show why they cost so much. The charge is heavy, and each preseason game becomes practically a public trial. Right, I'm Gunner. If you support the team in any situation, victory or defeat. And look, I'll speak without half words. If the Arsenal lets Tottenham cross this negotiation, it will be a behind-the-scenes disaster and a moral thud for the season. Are we talking about a player who already said openly that he dreams of dressing red, who already feels the call of Emirates, and yet is there the possibility to see him cross the north of London to play white and blue? That would be swallowing a blow in the middle of the chest even before the ball rolled in the Premier League. Arteta and Edu need to act now, with decision and courage, because the window does not expect, and football does not forgive hesitation. Eze is not just another hiring, he is the piece capable of giving to Arsenal the last touch of genius in midfield and tips, the man who can change the script of complicated games, and especially make a difference in Champions League nights. If he falls into the wrong hands, we will not only lose a reinforcement, let's give ammunition to the direct rival facing us with a weapon that should be on our side. And then, fan. You know that each time he touches the ball against us, it will be a painful memory of what could have been. So the message is simple. Either the Arsenal moves now, or we risk repeating old mistakes and spending the rest of the season looking back. I want to see this club acting with the ambition it deserves. I want to see Arteta in Edu's room demanding the signed check, and I want to see Easy's photo at Emirates before the next round. This is more than a market desire. It is a need for those who want to fight for titles. And for you who arrived here, it's not over. The story of this market is on fire, and every detail counts. Each rumor, every parallel negotiation, each turnaround can be what defines the season. If you want to closely follow everything, from the confirmed news behind the hottest behind the scenes, don't waste time. Click now on the channel's special playlist with all the latest news, controversy, and transfers from Arsenal. It is fixed in the comments and also on the final screen of this video. Go there, because the next bomb can burst any time, and you won't want to be the last to know.